What's up, world? It's your boy Sporty Blacc, and this is episode number 4 of Fade to Black Hip Hop Podcast, man. I'm Sporty Blacc, your host, and this your co-host, Joe Fade.
That's right, man. Fade to Black, man, coming to you with episode 4. Man, so excited, man, about this episode because we about to bring y'all some heat rock and some good hip hop news, some beefs, some views on some new albums. We just gonna jump right into it with our first topic. Sporty Black, what you got for me?
Oh man, I'm just like you. I'm excited for this episode today. The first thing I want to talk about, yesterday I seen I follow Quavo on Twitter, and he tweeted out that him and Travis Scott, they wrapping up, you know what I'm saying, the joint project that they've been working on.
Shout out Migos, Quavo.
You know what I'm saying? And him and Travis Scott, man, you know, I've been seeing them, they've been hanging around a lot lately. You know, they've been collaborating a lot. And the music they have did in the past together, it sounded real good to me, right? So, you know, I'm like, you know, just like the rest of the fans, I'm anxious, you know, to see the finished product. But I'm kind of curious as to know, is it going to be a mixtape, or it's going to be an album,
Right.
what to expect, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man, you know, but me personally, I'm just anxious for it because there's a lot of new music on the horizon. But that's one of my main projects that I'm looking out for.
Now with Quavo, of course we know Quavo is a part of the group, the trios, Migos, which is Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff.
Yep.
And they are right now they are Atlanta's hottest group.
Yeah.
And pretty much, and some of Atlanta's hottest artists right now is coming out of the city. And Quavo, from what I've heard and what I've seen, is a super producer. My boy can make the track, edit it, engineer the track, and he's also providing the vocals and the hook on the track.
Yeah.
He's made albums with 2 Chainz, Gucci Mane, you know, just to name a few. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Quavo been on some everybody's shit.
And my boy Travis Scott, you know, being kind of a new artist, you know, recently coming out, pretty much in his sophomore year. Travis Scott has been making a lot of waves himself. And like we said on episode 3, we were talking about Travis Scott being featured on 4 different songs on DJ Khaled's mixtape, Grateful, just about to drop.
Yeah.
And Travis Scott been making some waves himself, you know,
Yeah.
making music with Gucci Mane again. And like Kanye doing a lot of good stuff. I think is he signed to good music?
No,
with Kanye?
No.
You just make it.
Travis Scott, he signed to Atlantic.
He signed to Atlantic.
Yeah.
Okay, and Travis Scott been making some waves too. And now we got super producer Quavo and super auto tunes Travis Scott. You know, and you know we had to give credit to him. No diss on Travis Scott, but he played them auto tunes a lot. And he knows how to do it, and he keeps it, you know, sounding new and relevant, and keep coming with a new sound. So, reportedly, it's an album that him and Quavo was working on. In my opinion, is Quavo kind of stepping out of the box of that stereotype, or that basically that box that people trying to put him in and say he gonna stay with Migos forever, and stepping into the role that most people want to see him in. I think the industry want to see him into doing more stuff independent of Migos.
Yeah.
You know, but with Quavo, one of them artists, he's pretty much like Atlanta All-Star right now, where he's working with a lot of different artists and coming up with good music.
Yeah, I definitely agree with everything you're saying. Yeah, they calling Quavo the Beyonce of the group. You know what I'm saying?
The front runner.
And, yeah, but like I said, on the last episode, he got 10 songs currently in the Billboard Hot 100. You know what I mean? So he all over the place. He definitely, you know, is transcending the group, and you know he's transcended way beyond just Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? When they wasn't nowhere near as hot as they are now. They was, you know, one of the hottest groups in Atlanta. Now they one of the hottest groups in the world. You know, it's not a lot of rap groups. You know what I mean? So shout out to them for, you know, maintaining relevance as being a group. And you know, they done made the crossover to mainstream America, you know what I mean, with the Bad and Bougie. They recently did a song with Katy Perry called Bon Appetit. That was pretty dope. Although I feel like she trying to ride that wave.
Oh yeah, of course.
A little culture vulture going on,
Right,
but
right.
It kind of works itself out. When you cross over to the pop line, they go try to ride the wave of what's hot in hip hop, but at the same time, it exposes you to a bigger and broader fan base. Like I say, currently they're on tour with Future right now, the Nobody's Safe tour. They just went and killed Summer Jam over the past weekend. So
right.
they doing a lot of
like
shit.
Quavo and Travis Scott was featured on one of Drake's songs on More Life album.
Yeah, they got a song called Portland.
Right.
Never let these niggas run away.
Oh, and talking about the same thing you talking about with Katy Perry.
Yeah.
And Travis Scott came out with a platinum single called Goosebumps.
Oh yeah, I love
right. Featuring Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, shout out.
Right. So Travis, they both been working. Quavo's been working. Travis Scott's been working. And for them to come in together and collab on the album, I think it's gonna be a big deal.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna get some good music out of them too. And for it to be an album, not just one song.
Yeah.
They apparently, cause I think they were saying that Travis Scott leaked 2 of the songs, some little snippets, I guess, and a little samples of the song. But it's gonna be a good project to see both of them working together.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Highly anticipated.
I'm excited on that.
Highly anticipated.
I'm excited about that. Not sure on the release date as of yet, but as soon as we hear some information on that, we'll be sure to let you people out there know. Be mindful to subscribe. You know what I'm saying, and leave your comments down below on what you think about the Travis Scott and Quavo collaboration.
That's right. That way we can stay in tune with each other and get some interaction and some reactions from the crowd, man, because we're definitely checking them comments. All right, right back where we left off, man, Fade to Black. Make sure you go subscribe right now on YouTube to our hip-hop podcast. It's called Fade to Black. Make sure you leave comments. Make sure you like it. And make sure you just wait and stay tuned so you can get a response from us on the next Fade to Black.
That's right. And, keeping it in the lane of new music, my boy 2 Chainz getting ready to drop a new album called Pretty Girls Like Trap Music.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to
Can't
that.
wait.
Yeah, I'm
My
looking
boy
forward
Chainz,
to that
man.
right there. Because 2 Chainz, he's one of my favorite artists.
Right,
you know what I'm saying, in the game right now. Basically due to the fact of the longevity and the fact that he was able to rebrand himself. You know what I'm saying, as he made the transition from being a group artist with Player Circle, as they were signed, the DTP up under Ludacris, and he left the group and pretty much just let Luda know, like, man, I'm tired of being in your shadow, dog. I'm trying to go solo. You know what I mean? So he had to buy out the contract or whatever, but he went solo, and since then, he's had a lot of success. But anyway, yeah. Speaking of which, on the new album, he had a listening party in New York. And before the police came and shut it down,
they tried to shut him down.
Yeah, before they came and shut it down, he was previewing a lot of the new songs and the new tracks that was on the album. And one of the tracks was a track with featuring Nicki Minaj.
Oh, get right into it.
And
I heard she said something about Remy Ma.
Yeah, I can't remember the actual name of the song, but they played, snippets of it, and she was dissing Nicki Minaj.
Right. The name of the song is Realize.
Okay, yeah, Realize. Yeah, no, she said something along the lines of, I know Papoose wrote that Ether track, Ether record,
right,
when I broke Aretha's record, so forth, so forth. So basically, she's saying that Papoose,
she getting him ghost writing.
Yeah, Papoose wrote
and she said Remy was ghost writing, and did you get Nas to okay the record?
Yeah.
And so Nicki came through to finish the record.
Yeah.
Basically, like, she's throwing a lot of shots and dropping a lot of hints and clues.
Yeah. But she definitely went at her again. But that brings me to the main topic, because that Remy Ma was kind of, she was kind of through with it. She went on record and on TV like, man, I'm through with that shit. But it was kind of bad time.
Cause she felt like she won.
Yeah. 80% of the people feel like she won. But it was kind of bad timing on Nicki's behalf. I'm not sure when the vocals were recorded.
Okay,
so I can't say it was bad
True.
timing, but it was bad timing when the shit came out because Summer Jam, like 2 days later, it was time for Summer Jam. And Remy Ma, she
did she go in?
Oh yeah, she first what she did was she brought out a lot of the pioneer females of hip hop, such as Queen Latifah, MC Light.
Right.
She brought out Lady of Rage, and she brought out some younger artists like Young M.A, Cardi B. You know what I mean? And Queen Latifah, when she came out last, she also brought out Lakim. But when Queen Latifah came out last, she came out and she did that song UNITY.
Right.
The Unity song, which is a major record. You know what I'm saying?
Major.
And basically,
shouts out to Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah, MC Light, those kind of females. They hold thing that they always been about has been about unifying the females, empowering the females. So kind of like that was a big move and a big message. You know what I'm saying? For her to bring them out.
Right.
But right after that, at the very end of the show, she put Nicki on the Summer Jam stream.
No.
Yeah, she put on the Summer Jam stream and she did that ether, and then she cut the music off and went acapella. Then she dropped the mic and kind of like
cemented her place in history once again.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of like icing on the cake. Then you got a lot of guys in New York radios like Funk Flex and Charlamagne the God.
They hyping it.
They hyping it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying. And they you kind of tell they ride with Remy. And I don't know, man. I thought it was over, but they done kind of ignited,
reignited the flame again.
Reignited.
So how do you feel about? I guess the main issue. No, not the main issue. One of the issues with the beef between those two is authenticity, originality, and the ghostwriting factor. In my opinion, I feel like, of course, Papoose wrote some of Remy Ma rhymes, inspired some of Remy Ma rhymes, helped her formulate some of Remy Ma rhymes. But does Nicki have any place to say anything about ghostwriting? I mean, seriously though, because it's well documented, well known that Safari wrote a lot of Nicki's rhymes. And the proof is in the pudding when it comes to that, because when her and Safari split and she went with Meek Mills, all in the limelight, sitting all at the NBA games, all hugged up, she wasn't dropping music anymore. She wasn't dropping them heat rocks. She was riding off of her old music, off of them old waves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Still surfing the same waves pretty much. And
Right.
but so the issue is ghostwriting.
I think with female MCs, I don't think ghostwriting is such a big issue because like Lil' Kim, like 80% of all the females pretty much done bit Lil' Kim's style. You know what I'm saying? Lil' Kim was an innovator when it comes to that, female MC shit. You know what I'm saying? She brought that sexiness to the forefront, and a lot of females like from Trina to Eve to Nicki Minaj, all of them pretty much bit Lil' Kim. But we all knew Biggie, Lil' C,
it was in the movie, man. It was right there on the
you know what I'm
script.
saying? But so when it comes to female MCs, we kind of give them a pass. We don't really mind about them not writing rhymes. I don't really care. You know what I mean? When Remy Ma dropped that down Sheether, I can pretty much tell Papoose helped her write it, because right after that she tried to go and do a live performance, and she really didn't know the words. You know what I'm saying? And from a writing perspective, if I write something, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna know my shit when it comes time to perform.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I don't wrote for other artists. You know what I'm saying? And I seen how they would forget the rhymes when it was time to perform. You know what I'm saying? So I never had nobody write for me, so that never happened to me. But being that I done wrote for somebody, then they forgot the words when it came time to perform, that it kind of let me know. So when I seen her do it, I'm like, yeah, Papoose wrote that shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's a hell of a dude. But at the same time, that's what you got to realize. Papoose and Remy Ma are married.
They married.
And Papoose managed Remy Ma. And the whole beef was about the behind the scene sneaky shady shit that Nicki Minaj was doing to get in the way of their finances. Like she was, you know, she was making calls trying to stop them from making money.
Wow.
So if I'm managing my wife, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, and she's in a position to obtain this female hip hop crown,
right,
I'm gonna reap the benefits from that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not only her manager, I'm her husband. We live together, so her money is my money. You know what I mean? So I'm a rapper and I'm her manager. Damn right, I'm gonna help her bury this bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, you know what I mean? So I feel like now that Nicki is dating Nas, that was part of the reason why the Sheetha record never got cleared. Because, as you know, it came out on iTunes. It went straight up the chart. Then, the producer, the nigga who produced it, I want to say Ron Brown, they interviewed him. He was like, yeah, man, it's all good. I cleared it and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because he dropped the original beat for Nas.
Ron Brown, my boy from Jim Jones.
Yeah. Okay. He produced that shit. So, he was glad that it got some new heat and some new ammunition and going back up. Right. So, cause you know what I'm saying, he gonna reap the benefits. But Nas and Columbia own the rights to the song. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So if he fucking Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying, quite naturally, she gonna be like, man, you gonna just let them, you know what I'm saying? So
he may just be that type of gentleman to be like, you know what, I gotta step in, I gotta interview.
No, fuck some gentleman shit. It's hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, but you don't think that would be the reason why that he would step in?
The reason why, because she's sucking his dick.
So, but do you think that Remy Ma saying that, you think Remy Ma came out with Sheetha with the intentions on dissing Nicki Minaj and Nas?
Nah, because at the time, Nas and Nicki wasn't public. She was, you know what I'm saying, she was just breaking up with the Meek Mill dude, you know what I'm saying? So her and Nas was, you know, kind of relatively new, but they was kind of keeping it on the low, you know what I'm saying? But when the shit came out, you know what I'm saying, that nigga like, hold on, I gotta do what I can do to get this shit pulled off the, you know what I'm saying, the charts, you know what I'm saying? So she hollered at Nas. Nas claimed that he didn't do nothing, but come on, bro. If the producer on record saying he cool with it, you know what I mean, but the shit still get blackballed, it still get took off SoundCloud. Right. And iTunes. I mean, SoundCloud's a free site. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can put music on SoundCloud. That shit got put off SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, everything. You feel what I'm saying? So once again, she doing shit to stop shorting money. Right. You know what I'm saying? So the shit that Remy Ma complaining about, Nicki showing people.
Really,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she really doing it. So it's kind of like she flexed her muscle on, like, you know what I'm saying, shawty, you know what I'm saying? You been gone. I run shit. I got pulled. Right. But the powers that be in New York ain't really on her side. It's like with the Funk Flex thing, I think he fell out with Drake, which is a reflection of Young Money. Okay. Nicki falling up under that umbrella. Yeah, so Funk Flex, you know what I'm saying, he pushing, you know, Remy, Charlamagne the God pushing Remy. So them niggas on the radio, you know what I'm saying? So the shit they saying and they putting out there, they reaching millions of people. You know what I'm saying? So they on a campaign to kind of blackball Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? So at first I thought it was far-fetched, but now that I'm looking at this shit from a fan perspective and seeing how the other fans reacted and just watching this shit unfold, it's not looking good for Nicki Minaj.
But Nicki says she been winning for 8 years consecutively.
But that's the thing, she definitely has. But if we keep it real with ourselves, you know what I'm saying, which we want to do on Fade to Black, we got to realize that when Nicki was dominating, it was no competition. None. But now the landscape of female MCs is kind of plentiful now. You got Cardi B, she's up and coming. You know what I'm saying? She popping.
Different caliber. She probably writing.
But I'm just talking about overall.
This coming up. Period.
Young M.A. she popping. What's the girl from Detroit? The sexy ass girl, man. Days Low,
Days Low, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Remy Ma is super popping. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
she back with Terror Squad.
So that's what I'm saying. So that it's more females. Like at one time, Nicki go win best female every year. You know what I'm saying? Cause nobody else putting that now. Right. You know what I'm saying? But now, you know, we got the BT coming up. You know, and if Nicki Minaj win best female hip hop artist of the year, I would be surprised. I honestly will. But not.
So who else?
It's gonna be Remy Ma. She had bigger records, all the way up joint. That's huge. That shit platinum.
Okay, of the year, not of history.
No.
Much,
It's a yearly thing.
Right, true.
BET is the hip hop awards coming up. You know what I'm saying? All the way up. Her and Fat Joe. That was a huge record. Then they followed that up with the Money Shower record with Ty Dolla $ign. That was a huge record. Just those two records in itself. Then you got Young and May with the Ooh, you know what I'm saying? Right. That shit was huge. So Nicki Minaj don't got no record this year.
Nicki hit with No Fraud.
That shit hit and that shit went that way.
It went back that way.
That shit ain't on the top 1,000.
Really?
That shit might be like, it ain't up there, dog. You know what I mean? It's like that's why I said when I went to look at it, because when I heard it at first, I was like, okay. And the shit she was saying, it kind of made sense. She was like, I ain't gonna make diss records. I make hit records.
Right.
Diss you on the record. I'm like, okay, cool. I feel where she coming from. Then she had Lil Wayne and Drake. And then the shit, you know, off the rip, it went up for the simple fact everybody, you got access to your phone. You know what I'm saying? So when a beef, everybody was waiting on her response. Anyway.
Right. We were waiting. It took her a while.
Exactly. So when she dropped 2-3 singles, she dropped 3 singles. She dropped that, and 2 more singles. Okay. So, and it's finna get me to the point of what else she also said about Aretha Franklin's record. Okay, so when she dropped those 3 records, everybody was anticipating. And the technology that we have in this day and age,
right? Handheld supercomputers.
Yeah, I mean, so we can go straight to those to those songs.
Right.
So when she said she broke Aretha Franklin's record, we got to look more into that. Aretha Franklin, when she was putting out all those top 100 hits, it was in a time when the technology wasn't what it was. So her hits was organically gained.
Right.
Aretha's, but with Nicki Minaj, with those 3.
And her name popping right up on everything.
Yeah, they charted because she dropped three of them. So you go listen. You know what I'm saying? So it was millions of people that went to listen to it.
Good business, you know marketing strategy, good marketing strategy.
So people like, okay.
Regardless if it was good or not, it was just good marketing on Nicki Minaj's behalf.
Okay, I can say it was good, but at the same time, it just was like, it's just the day and age that we in. You know what I'm saying? With the music available to us with a press of a button. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, after she got this so bad, everybody just wanted to hear what she had to say. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so it was good to put it out as a single. You right about that. Yeah, you right about that.
So do you think any Meek Mill's kind of rubbed off on Nicki and why she didn't respond?
She got sexually transmitted L's disease.
Oh my God.
Definitely got that.
Hey, you heard it here first, man. Who Fade the Blacc Hip Hop Podcast. Sexually transmitted L's. Oh my God, ladies, don't be out there catching no sexually transmitted L. Oh,
that's what I want Nicki Minaj to do. That's what I want her to do, because I still believe in Nicki Minaj. I still think she's dope, and like I said, she's collaborating with enough people to really make a bigger impact.
Right.
But right now, it's a lot of people in New York radio and just in the industry saying that her rhyme pattern and her flow that she's using is done got so redundant and outdated to the point where it's like, bro, that shit whack. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the same shit. So basically, what she gonna have to do, she gonna have to go all the way back to the basic. She got to go all the way back she got to go all the way back to the basic. You feel what I'm saying? So all the way back to the basic. Get her that Mobb Deep Shook One beat, real gutter hip hop New York beat,
right?
And just go at Remy ass bars, just straight bars. Fuck the pop lane. Fuck trying to make a hit song. You gotta go all the way back to the essence.
Is she capable?
By herself? No. Well, definitely not by herself. But like I said, we give women a pass in hip hop. So I don't give a fuck who she can get. Is she dating dog? She sucking the dick?
Right.
You
in my opinion,
this nigga to help you.
Now, in my opinion, now I don't want to sound feminist and say we give women a pass and such like they can't be as creative and do the same thing
so
that men
look
do.
At Young and May, she fine.
True. You see what I'm saying? Whether Young and May is goddamn masculine and that plays an effect or not. But my main thing is we can't give them no pass and let them say that, you know, well, because you're a female and Lil' Kim being one of the pioneers that she, you know, you got a pass. You got an executive pass on letting some other dude, the whoever, your husband, your boyfriend at the time, write your rhymes. I don't agree with that at all because I think these women out here are definitely just as capable of coming up with clever rhymes and battling back and doing their own thing with their own mind, you know. And
yeah, I feel where you coming from, but okay, from that perspective,
I'm not gonna give him a pass.
Let's take Drake. Drake is one of the matter of fact, Drake is the biggest artist in hip hop, hands
right
down.
now.
He the biggest artist in hip hop for the last 2, 3, maybe last 5 years.
True.
You know what I'm saying? But it's been known that Drake got ghostwriters. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. The Weeknd.
Some of the
Party
biggest,
Next Door.
Exactly. Some of the biggest artists, you know what I'm saying? Some of the biggest records that we hearing from some of these artists, they
come from a group of people,
they had
not
people,
just one person.
Yeah, they had people help them, whether it was a group, whether it was one person, you know what I'm saying, whether it was a collaborative thing, you know what I mean? So me personally, you know, so I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? So I agree with you to a certain extent, but when the music come out and if it's dope to me, I don't really care about who.
Okay, now
dope.
I'm glad you brought it up because I want you to speak on something. Being an artist, being a CEO, being a record, you know, CEO of your own record label, and like I said, being an artist yourself. I want you to speak on something real quick. You know, not trying to deviate too far off the topic, but this is very relevant to in correlation to what we're talking about.
Okay.
Now, I'm a huge fan of hip hop, and I know y'all crazy about rap music and hip hop just like I am. And a lot of times it's a huge misconception, especially by new artists and listeners and people that don't really rap and know the inner workings and the behind the scenes of what's going on in hip hop and writing rhymes. The misconception is that all these rappers write all their rhymes. And that is a very big misconception. And sometimes, now I've been that artist that think, you know what, I'm gonna write, dog. I'm gonna go in here and write. I've been writing rhymes. My homeboy called me like, "What you doing, Faye?" Man, I've been writing rhymes all day, man. I just been feeling a certain way, and then, you know, I've just been sitting here writing such and such and such. But I think that's a huge misconception with a lot of artists and a lot of people that think that every artist, not I'm just speaking of hip hop, write their own rhymes. And I think a lot of us that are true to the music, our heart is broken when we find out that Dre wasn't writing all these classic records that he got. And a lot of these artists wasn't exactly, you know, they wasn't writing it solely by themselves and coming up with these concepts by themselves. And I think we don't have that. Not a lot of times the listeners don't really understand what goes on behind the scenes in the studio and with record labels being signed a lot of times. And it's definitely a thing called a producer. Now, this producer doesn't just stand by and tell you, okay, well, you need to be here, you need to be there. A lot of times they are craftily bringing the material out of the artist and giving artists more enlightenment on themselves and their music and their lifestyle and helping them create music. And what a good producer and a good manager does, in my opinion, they help artists, you know, bring out the best in themselves or help bring out the best in the artist. And then, you know, not necessarily every word for word, you know, there are people that sit down and write, but I just want you, you know, being, you know, on your own record label, being an artist yourself, like kind of speak a little bit on that stereotype that all artists write all of their music.
Well, I mean, quite naturally, like, I remember coming up, listening to music, being a hip-hop, you know, fan. I used to buy the cassettes.
Right.
You just get the cassettes, and then you get the fold-out shit.
Right.
And then you read
and you
each song, and you see the production. Then you go to the songwriter. There might be a song, this nigga rapping by himself, but when you look on, they got 5 different niggas.
Yeah, because I always wonder, like, what was that?
What the hell? So, with that, you know what I'm saying, and each song is like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so basically, you know, then when I became an artist and I see, you know, how things operate in a studio setting, and it's basically like with me and my crew, we might be in there, we might just be vibing. You feel what I'm saying? And we might be like, man, let's just come up with some shit from scratch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like back in the day when I used to work with my dude, Builder Beats, shout out to Builder Beats, Blacc, one strong team.
Man.
Okay, so you might have Builder Beats, he right here making the beat. And then you have Shannon Keith, she might be on the keyboard. You feel what I'm saying?
The queen of
so
R&B,
that thing you know, then King David might come and put something in. So now between these three people, they done made the beat.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Then okay, now it's time to formulate the hook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the topic gonna be. You know, somebody come with a melody or something. It might be somebody over here who really don't rap. He just sang a little bit, but he come up with something catchy like a melody. You know what I mean? So Bill will catch that. You feel what I'm saying? And he'll incorporate that with the beat. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's the main thing, that melody.
That melody.
So now he gonna build off of that. So now then it might be a nigga like me or come up with the first line of a hook. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Boom. Then the nigga King David, he might be like, hold on, now say it like this.
Yeah,
he'll tell me like, no, say it like this. You feel what I'm saying? So now he get me to say it in a different way.
Right.
You feel me? Then I probably
that's that ear to produce.
Yeah, exactly. That he is the producer, the engineer, and the songwriter.
Shout out to King David, man.
Yeah, he
Shout out
wrote
to King
for
David.
A lot of people. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Jagged Edge, Rich Homie Corn, and so forth and so forth. But okay, so now I got like half of the hook. I'm stuck. So now another rapper might be in there. He be like, okay, cool. Then he come up with another part of it. But they like the way it sound coming out for me.
Right.
So now this nigga done came up with the other part of the hook. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga told me how to say it.
Right.
But boom, when you hear it, you just hear Sporty Blacc on the hook.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So boom, now we got the hook. Okay, boom. So now, you know what I'm saying? Boom. It might be somebody else come with a verse. I might write a verse.
Right.
Or half of a verse. So now we finally come up with the song. Boom. You know what I'm saying? So the song hot. You know what I mean? But now you got Builder, Dave, Shannon, me. It probably was Mon on the other part of the hook. Probably Jay Rich that came with the harmony. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then probably whoever else was there to come up with a verse. So it's 7 people involved in making this song. So now if everybody got their publisher in order, when this song is released, everybody needs to
list it. Okay.
They go register this song in their parts of the contribution to this song.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So now when the song comes out in album format, boom, when you read it, you're gonna have 7 people on there.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
These people help.
Exactly. And it's not that I needed a ghostwriter. That's just the creative process of the song. If you were a team, you feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times that's what it is. It's just a team effort.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's just speaking on the huge misconception that, you know, I was in the closet with a pen and a pad myself, writing all these rhymes and just coming up with all these ideas and completing the song, because in my opinion, you know, it first starts with a thought, right? And then, you know, with a thought, it's just an idea in your head.
Yeah.
To be a concept, you need it down on paper, actually building. And once you put it to wax, whether it's finished being mixed down or not, that is a song. That is a complete thought coming into a fruition or a manifestation of a true product. And I think that misconception comes from people not recognizing that it takes a team. You know what I mean? And a lot of times what that does to a lot of artists, and the reason why they don't progress and go as far as they should, even though they make good music, is because they are blocking themselves from working with other people and thinking, you know, being so closed-minded, keeping themselves locked into this cubicle inside their mind, thinking, you know what, I can come up with every line and every rhyme and every piece of the music myself.
Well, like 2 Chainz did an interview recently. You know what I'm saying? And he was trying to explain. He was on Everyday Struggle with Joe Budden, DA Academic. Shout out to them people.
Yes, sir. Shout out.
And he basically was explaining the difference in why Atlanta, you know, is at the forefront of hip hop and it's been there for the least last 10 years, and New York isn't. And he was just basically he broke it down to the fact, well, in Atlanta, a lot of the studio sessions go kind of like how I just played it out.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have 2-3 producers in now. You know what I'm saying? So now you might have a Metro Boomin, Southside,
right,
and Nard and B on one beat. You see what I'm saying? And
That's
niggas ain't really worried about nothing except the check.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially
but listening to all these people on your song, does that speak to the monetization of the track and how you kind of distribute the funds?
Yeah, the money, like I said, as long as you got your publishing intact,
Right.
you gonna get paid.
You
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, bro, in Atlanta, you got artists like Future, Young Thug, Migo. These niggas don't pay for beats. They don't pay for beats. They don't buy beats.
Not up front.
They don't buy beats. These producers send these niggas tracks. They send these niggas 10, 15, let them pick through the one they want. You feel what I'm saying? And the track
Get
that
first pick.
when
They
the track
first
they done these niggas, you know what I'm saying? They make sure, you know what I'm saying, they smart that I don't sign them in the future. You know what I'm saying? And he might don't fuck with them for a whole month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they know when this nigga get in the studio and lock in
on the one that he chose,
you
he
feel
gonna
me?
get right back into that vibe.
Yeah. So like I say, when they send Future this beat, you know what I'm saying? When he finally go in the studio and write to it or whatever, you know what I'm saying, and produce the song, you know what I'm saying, him and DJ Esco, you know what I'm saying, they do their thing to it. Boom. They know the finished product, you know what I'm saying, the sky's the limit. You feel what I'm saying? So why would I charge you $50,000 for this beat when I can let you have it and let you place it, and then I just, you know what I'm saying, register it through my through my publishing and own a percentage of the song. You know what I'm saying? The song go
forever.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
Instead of just selling
so that's why they don't sell.
Right.
They'll sell a nigga who ain't popping, a nigga like me, a beat. You know what I'm saying? They'll tax me 20, 30, 40, 50,000. You feel what I'm saying? And niggas be buying them beats because they buying off of name recognition, but them big name producers, they not giving certain artists certain beats. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch how producers work. They got what you call exclusive beats. You feel what I'm saying? Then they got beats for sale. Then they got beats for a certain price range.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Them beats that they really feel like go do something.
Just like the work, they got the weight and they got the breakdown.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
You feel what I'm saying? That's how it work. You know what I'm saying? And you really can't knock them. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's just how it go. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the game or how it goes. So me personally, just, you know, being around, you know what I'm saying, the industry and just seeing how things play out from major artists all the way down to independent artists, you know what I'm saying, and just seeing how, you know, things, certain songs come to life, I just, you know, come to realize that ghostwriting and things of this nature, it's not a big deal to me because Puffy said it best. Don't worry if I write rhyme. I write checks. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, with Puff,
it's well documented. The 50 Cent used to write for Puff.
A lot of people don't roll for Puff. You know what I'm saying? Just like Future, he don't get enough credit for being a writer.
No.
You feel what I'm saying? This nigga don't roll for Beyonce, Rihanna, The Weeknd, Diddy, Luda, just to name a few.
Right. Now, so, and I think that goes right back to what you were saying. Like, okay, speaking on the ghostwriting, getting back to that part, artists like Drake, you know, I got homeboys, this artist, it broke their heart when they found out that it was even possible for Drake to have ghostwriters because his music is so good. and not understanding that
but
Drake.
Why it's so good? Because
Drake
of the
has,
teammates.
right. Drake,
like when he came out with it, like when they take care of it,
that's
where
the misconception comes
next
in.
Door, right there.
Right.
These two niggas are some of the best writers in the game. So that's a good thing, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's why they winning.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because if he would have been egotistical within his artistry and been like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You stop yourself from making something monumental.
That's where the misconception
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you really stop yourself.
And people hold themselves back because they feel like, you know what? I can do it all by myself. I'm gonna do it all by myself.
Exactly.
But real artists, real producers, in the studios, it's pretty much my concept. What I say, record everything, because we can be in the studio, me and my partner, we vibing. And you know, you just pulled up on me and we kicking it for the day, you know what I mean? We in the studio and we just vibing, and then you be like, "Sporty, that sounds so good, man. Yeah. Man, say it like this right here."
Exactly.
And it's pretty much record everything. And then not only that, we in the studio just kicking it, you know, vibing on some topics on the latest hip hop news, on the latest Fade to Black hip hop podcast, and we get it talking about some deep stuff. And boom, guess what? We just came up with a whole concept for a whole song, and now we just gonna sit back and write off of it and ride to it while we playing tracks. And that's why I get back to that concept. Of my concept is saying, listen, record everything, because we can go back and listen to some conversations and make up some songs. I think Tupac was one of the best ones to go back and listen to his own music and be able to make songs off of his own music. And you know, that's like he goes roll for himself.
I mean, you know, man, it's so much that comes in making a quality project. You know what I'm saying? No one man just
can do it
by himself. You know what I'm saying? It's hard.
But you know, to do that, and I would say some of the ones who have do it, like Prince. I would say Prince. Not saying he did every single thing, but Prince wrote for himself. Not only did he play one instrument,
Prince probably bad motherfucker
ever. He not only did he write for himself. Prince played more than one instrument.
He played a lot of instruments
on the same track for himself.
Yeah,
and composed
Prince,
it. Like,
it took me a while to realize how big and how great of an artist Prince was. Because I just like Prince and Michael Jackson, but I always put Mike above Prince.
I did too.
With the understanding music,
right,
and what it is to be an artist,
right,
and then I went to realize the dimensions of an artist like Prince.
Listen, once you get in that studio and Sporty Blacc being the CEO of 83rd Entertainment and being an artist himself, working on, you know, already has his third mixtape out, managing artists. Once you get into that studio, and then you can testify to this, and you gotta come up with some music, or you gotta sit down and write some music, it's a different ball game.
It is. And then I'm just telling you, like, it's just, as an artist, when you making a project, you want certain people around you.
Right.
You know who you got good chemistry with. True. Like with me, when I get in the studio, if I look over and I know I got King David in the studio with me, I know this finna be some good music.
Right.
Because he's so talented.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From a production standpoint, from an engineering standpoint, just as he record me, he can just hear certain shit, like you know what I'm saying, some shit that I didn't hear. You know, like I say, he might not tell you what to say. He'll just tell you how to say it, and just make it sound that much better. You know what I'm saying? Then when he go to engineering and mixing this shit down and things of this nature, the stuff he add and stuff he take it off and the breakdown. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that nigga took this shit from, you know what I'm saying, from this to that. You know what I'm saying? So. You know, so what I'm saying is, like, as an artist, man, you just want certain people around you. So, me, personally, I don't knock nobody for having no ghostwriters. And I think sometimes that phrase of ghostwriting, I think it gets exaggerated. With Drake, I feel like he been so good for so long. I'm pretty sure that man definitely has some skills and some talents within himself. You know what I mean? But he also has a team, you know what I'm saying, that has helped him. You know what I mean?
Team,
and you can kind of tell.
He shouts him out too.
Yeah, exactly because the people that's around now, they coming out into their own. Like the weekend, this nigga.
Right.
You feel me? Even Party Next Door. You feel me?
Instantly too. It's like instantly, so, but they've been behind the scenes, and they know what it takes to make those type of quality hits.
So I don't. The only thing about that, with Drake, I'm gonna stay on that topic, is that when you is in hip hop,
right?
You know you boasting and you bragging and you rapping about you the best, you the king, you number one, this and that. Then that's when your pen comes into question. You know what I'm saying? Right. Other MCs are not gonna respect you. You feel what I'm saying? If they feel like you got ghostwriters. Right. That's when they not gonna respect
too
you.
much influence now.
Exactly.
Because ghostwriter, it's kind of it's too small of a word to explain what really goes on when it comes to engineering good music. Yeah, so but having too much help on the track.
Yeah, that's why I say that's why I say I think it get exaggerated a lot, especially with Drake, because he's so huge, and like when you so huge, people will try to come up with anything to tear you down, break you down, just come at you.
Or to discredit, discredit your crowd.
You know what I'm saying? Right. So this nigga coming all the way from Canada, he running the game. Niggas don't really like that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't really like that shit. So
the grass seat, he was in a wheelchair.
You feel what I'm saying?
Jimmy,
so, you know what I mean? Niggas,
and he's singing.
Niggas saying this and saying that about him, but dog, at the end of the day, man, that nigga doing his thing.
I respect one thing that your boy with the whole beef with Drake and Meek Mills, when Drake dropped, the back to back, and one thing that your boy Beanie Siegel said to Meek Mills that I really kind of dug, I really did, you know what I mean, and understood what he was saying. Meek Mills, why was you getting mad at Drake trying to come at him like he a real rap artist when he more of a pop artist? Like, you shouldn't even try to go into that lane, you know what I mean? But Drake did. I think Drake really did some fire shit when he came back with back to back, and I think there wasn't no Party Next Door, there wasn't no Weekend. There was Drake coming for Meek ass on that back to back, and Drake killed that shit. And
anytime you get nominated for a Grammy on a diss track, you did something. You know what I mean? And that beef is old, but it was kind of like basically.
And that's how it all started. Because Meek Mills felt when he found out that Drake had help writing the verse. No, that's not how it started. How did it start? This
how it started, and this how a lot of beef start in rap for independent artists to mainstream artists, man. Niggas be in their feelings like. Meek Mill dropped the CD, you know what I'm saying? He dropped this album. I can't even remember the name of it, but Drake was featured on it. And Drake didn't tweet this nigga shit or didn't post it, share it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So he felt some kind of way, you know what I'm saying? So, like, damn.
He didn't retweet a tweet that Meek Mill sent out about the album.
You know what I'm saying?
And but he listed the song that they did together. And basically kind of like expecting Drake to come on and co-sign.
Yeah.
And Drake didn't co-sign.
Because Drake is a big-ass artist, right. You know what I'm saying? And Meek Mill know that. Well,
just the mention of it.
Like, shit, I ain't got a lot of features, but you one of my features. Right. You know what I'm saying? Even me personally, I'm not going to lie. When I drop an album or mixtape and I got niggas featured on it, I'm looking for them niggas to share my shit because me personally, that's what I do. Right. If I'm on your shit, dog, I'm gonna promote and share your shit as it is my own. Right. Exactly. Because I want you folk to go check out the song I'm on. Right. You know what I mean? So I want that, but I'm not the type of person that feels some kind of way with a nigga don't. You know what I'm saying? I just know. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you would do.
Yeah, I know what I would do. You know what I'm saying? And you quite naturally, I want people to treat me how I treat them. Because that's the way of the world. You know what I'm saying? But everybody ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Drake was busy. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe Drake wasn't standing that shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of time, you know what I'm saying, folks, ain't stand that shit. You know what I'm saying? They view their platforms for themselves.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, so you really can't get mad about that. But a lot of people do, but you can't, dog. You know what I'm saying? This nigga, if you paid him for the verse and he came through and delivered, he don't owe you nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He don't owe you no extra shit. Not that they were part of your agreement. You see what I'm saying? And if it wasn't, then you know what I'm saying, you really can't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Not unless you asked him, you reached out like, hey dog, you know what I'm saying, you'll share my shit for me. You know what I'm saying? And he like, yeah, I got you.
Right.
And then he keep doing shit around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I know that was the root of the whole thing. Then he just went on here like, man, you know what? I'm gonna dig up the dirt that I got on this nigga.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like 50% of these industry niggas ain't free. They just know how to pretend, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because niggas just be using each other for whatever beneficial reasons. You know what I'm saying at the time. So I don't know, man. But I'm kind of glad them niggas passed that shit, man.
Right.
And you know, shout out to Drake. Shout out to Meek Mills. Meek Mill working on a new album called Wins and Losses. And I'm pretty sure, I'm thinking that thing will be real dope.
Right. He been working. He been you know, going through a lot, so it's time for him to snap back.
Yeah.
You know, I really like Meek Mill's music. All right, now there we go, man. On Fade to Black, giving y'all the newest and the truest news, man, like we always do, man. Straight organic, no GMOs, no fake, no. We just get it straight to you, man. And moving right along, piggybacking off of Drake.
Yeah, well, piggybacking off of Drake, we gonna stay
in Cash Money.
Yeah, we gonna stay Cash Money, Young Money. Lil Wayne recently did a show, and you know,
Camara Theater out in Phoenix.
Yeah, once again, you know what I'm saying. He dissed Birdman, like, man, Birdman can suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? And it was
kind of like a monogram. He actually did it to where he was. It was like a allegiance pledge, pretty much.
Yeah.
Where he had the crowd. It was a sing along. He had the crowd singing along with him, saying, "Fuck Birdman, fuck Cash Money," and basically, like, you know, he was saying that he wasn't studying what everybody was saying and what from Cash Money. They didn't want him to make good music. That basically, you know, he wasn't wanting anything new, wasn't really trying to drop Carter 5 no more from Cash Money. He just won his $51 million from the old Cash Money lawsuit. You know what I mean? From the original lawsuit. Like he wasn't trying to petition anymore and you know, bring up any more charges on what was going on.
Yeah.
But
this is a hell of a topic too.
Oh man, that's why I want to just kind of like get some of the facts out there.
We can do a whole show on this shit.
Just dive right into it.
I mean, okay. At this point, do you, the viewer, at this point still want to hear Carter 5?
Come on, subscriber. Make sure you leave them comments, man. Make sure you leave them comments so we can get some real feedback on this one.
How about you? Do you, at this point, do you still want to hear Carter 5?
I do.
I'm gonna tell you what I heard from a reliable source. It didn't make a lot of sense. They said one of the reasons why the Carter 5 came out is when Wayne turned it in to Birdman. Birdman listened to it, and he didn't like it.
Ooh.
And
for what reasons?
The shit didn't sound good.
Oh,
that's
okay.
why. You know what I mean? And it kind of makes sense because leading up to Carter 5, you got to recall Wayne dropped a couple subpar mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? That niggas like, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, but me. Now, okay, now.
So listen now. So if I'm the CEO and I'm Birdman, I got to sign off on this shit, and I'm finna have to put a big bag behind this shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So if the product that you present to me, if it ain't up to par, then I hold the right to tell you now, bro, you gotta go back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? Even Manny Fresh, he said this last year. He was like, man, at this point, he like, man, I did some production on that shit. He like, but at this point, man, I just think, the songs are dated. You feel what I'm saying? Like, Wayne and T-Pain just dropped a mixtape a couple months ago, or a few weeks ago, called T-Wayne. And I guess
you talking about from way back in the day when they was supposed to came out with T-Wayne?
That's what it sound like.
No.
This shit sound like it was 2013.
Right.
You know, I had a couple hot tracks, had like 8 songs, like 2, 3, maybe 4
but
hot
T-Wayne was
songs.
supposed to come out back in
Exactly.
2010.
But what I'm saying, it sounded like some of those songs was dated. Sounded like 2010. And that shit didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? So whether or not that's true as far as Birdman heard the shit and the shit was whack and he didn't want to sign off on it, I don't know. I don't know that part. But at this point, me personally, if C5 is done and they've been holding this shit 2-3 years, right now I don't want to hear that shit.
You don't want to hear it, but
definitely.
But do you want to just go ahead and drop it and get it on out the way? Like
I mean, you can.
I mean, but okay.
But as a businessman,
just jump in real
you
quick.
put your name and your credentials on this.
I understand that part, baby.
You don't want to throw that out there.
I understand that part, baby. But let me just jump in real quick. Now, what we don't know and what I really want to know, as far as C5 Carter 5 is concerned, what features did Wayne have on that? You know, because I think a lot of the way a lot of artists make their albums and come up with tracks to go on an album, they feature certain artists. You know, and 9 times out of 10, it's an artist that's about to drop.
But
you know,
by the Carters, Wayne ain't never had a lot of.
He ain't never had a lot of features.
Not on the Carters.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, was it something like Wayne was supposed to do a track with Thug, or was Wayne?
I don't
did
know.
He have any kind of?
I don't know.
That's why I want to hear Carter 5. That would be the only reason why I want to hear Carter 5. I know Wayne, in my opinion, is a great artist.
Yeah,
Wayne has made some great music over the years.
I agree.
And to be fair to Wayne, before Carter 5 dropped and before Young Thug started building up momentum, if you go back and listen to Wayne at the time of Young Thug's earliest music, Lil Wayne was Young Thug. As crazy as that sound.
No, it don't sound crazy at all.
Because the whining, the way that Lil Wayne rap,
Thug definitely
Wayne got
in
that,
the beginning.
But it was like Lil Wayne sound with a little Future mixed in there because that's what was going on. And then he kind of put that Haiti spin on it.
Yeah, he had to find himself. Yeah, definitely. He sounded like Future a little bit, sounded like Wayne a little bit, and then he found himself.
Right.
You know
So in my opinion, that's why I want to hear Carter 5. To hear like what that sounded like. But I definitely do think, and you know, and I'm not Wayne, so I don't know how hard it is for him to just go ahead and move on and let that go. Which, I mean, basically like his music, that was he poured his life, you know, his heart and his soul into it.
I mean, at this point, fuck Carter 5, be honest.
Okay.
I don't want to hear that shit. That shit dated. And I feel like Wayne need to get over that.
Get over it.
And what you can do in this day in climate in rap, you can release mixtapes to these mixtape sites, promote them just like albums, and tour off of them.
That's another thing that changed. That's another thing that changed since Carter 5
yeah, like you
came
gotta realize,
out.
Chance the Rapper won Album of the Year with a mixtape. The Coloring Book. That was a mixtape. And then Future went on one of the biggest tours in history with that Purple Rain tour. That was a mixtape. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So
they also had 5 other mixtapes around it within the same time.
If it's that serious, dog, won't you just drop Carter 5? The mixtape.
The mixtape.
You know what I'm saying?
It's ways around.
So fuck Carter 5, the album. Baby said trash. I'm gonna trust what Baby saying. That shit trash. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to another topic within the same topic.
Come on.
And it's more on the line of the 51 million. You feel what I'm saying? The lawsuit. Because Wayne is saying that these niggas owe him 51 million. And so I know how I feel about it, you know what I'm saying? But I want to know how you feel about it. As far as do you think they owe them 51 million? Should they pay them 51 million? Or what do you think they owe them? Or do you think they don't owe them? Or you know what I mean? Just your opinions.
Okay.
Your thoughts.
in my opinion, I think the way Birdman, shout out to Birdman. I know a lot of people hate Birdman, but I'm gonna put some respect on his name real quick. Cause as a businessman, Birdman is brilliant.
Yeah, he did.
And not only was it genius for him to take a little kid like Wayne, start him out at 11, 12, 13 years old, and basically he was raised in hip hop.
Yep.
And he speaks hip hop fluently over melodies, over vibration. You feel what I'm saying? That speaks to us. Now, Wayne, I think they kind of owe each other, They kind of owe each other, because Wayne has been that staple that held Cash Money down for so long.
Definitely.
And the same thing Wayne going through it now, Juvie went through it because of Wayne. BG went through it because of Wayne. Manny Fresh, I never thought in a million years that Manny Fresh would leave Cash Money. Manny Fresh was gone. Turk was locked up. You know what I mean? So everything that Cash Money had going on, Baby was still being featured on tracks. Wayne was still writing for him, such. But they kind of, Wayne and Cash Money had to attribute a lot of their success to each other.
Exactly.
Now, with that being said, Birdman is always talking about he 100 million nigga, 100 million nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like he just, he doing it like that. But he has more than rap. Basically, he's investing in. But what the genius that Birdman did was kind of like to split $100 million. You give your up and coming, well, you give the heir to Cash Money, in my opinion, was Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Wayne was the heir to Cash Money. If anything ever happened to Baby, bang, okay, this is Wayne now. You know what I mean? We ain't even gonna talk about Slim, because Slim just the smartest one. He just stay in the cut and just, he eating good right now.
Mm-hmm.
But what you do is Birdman, now you broke a deal. Cause somewhere along the line, Birdman was like, you know what, I owe Wayne a lot of money. And he probably wants something for himself right now. Even though he getting money, soul money, and he getting all kind of other different things that he had going on. So what Birdman did was he cuts him a piece of the pie, the Cash Money pie, and gives him a fraction and called it Young Money. Now,
yeah, he gave him Young Money.
Now,
for his loyalty.
For his loyalty.
Now.
But in my opinion, now I feel that for the loyalty, but in my opinion, in some ways, like, that's 51 million right there. Cause with Nicki Minaj and Drake signed to Young Money, like, they went through the roof. We all know. Now check the history now. Look at what Drake did under Cash Money.
Drake was like number 3 in celebrities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He made more money than LeBron James last year.
Look at what Nicki did. Signed to Cash Money. And then those 3 together under Young Money. My bad. Signed to Cash Money under Young Money. What they did was, revolutionary and otherworldly.
Basically, I'm gonna chime in with where you at, because you basically on the same topic I was gonna get on. Basically, with the whole Hot Boy, Juvie, BG Turk, even Manny Fresh, all these niggas leaving due to the fact that Birdman them ain't paying the money.
Right.
Okay,
right.
so
and
Wayne stayed. You
right.
know what I'm
saying?
So he stayed at a crucial time. And due to the fact, when he stayed, that nigga started producing.
He still flourished.
He was producing. Right. So it was only right for Birdman to grant him something for his loyalty.
Right.
So for that, he made him president of Cash Money, and then gave him his own label, Young Money.
Smart move.
So now Wayne, and this finna go straight to my point. My point is that Wayne, when it comes to his business acumen, he sucks. He's strap-eyed.
He didn't read the fine print.
And what I'm saying is he don't got no good business acumen about himself.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? He don't got no team of people you know what I'm saying, to help him in those regards.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He wouldn't get Mac Man to be this and that, but it's just your homeboy from the hood.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Fuck all that homeboy shit. You know what I mean? When he millions in play,
right,
you got to go get some people, you know what I mean, who know business. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And try to have your best interest when it comes down to this shit.
But not just best interest. You got to have a little business.
That's what I'm saying. You got to go get some people who's educated for this.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So fuck, go and get Mac Man. You know what I mean? You can make him the tour manager.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Don't make him nothing above that because he don't got the business acumen. Because my point is this: if Birdman said this shit, when they were asking Birdman all about, oh, you don't never pay nobody. Birdman told him before, he say Drake was on the Forbes list. Nicki Minaj was on the Forbes list. Lil Wayne was on the Forbes list. I'm on the Forbes list. He like, shit. Somebody getting paid.
Somebody getting paid.
You feel what I'm saying? And it made perfect sense to me because Drake made $90 million last year. He signed the Cash Money. Drake was smart when he started OVO. He didn't put OVO with Cash Money.
With Young Money, Cash Money.
He went to Warner
and
got his distribution through them folks.
Right.
So that was smart. So he don't got to worry about Birdman when it come down to his artists.
Or Jay-Z trying to sign them.
You feel what I'm saying? He don't got to worry about none of that. You feel what I'm saying? So Wayne, how's you crying and broke and begging for money if your artist Drake just made $90 million?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Not even to mention what Nicki did.
Not even to
mention what Wayne himself
You feel what I'm saying? So your business acumen ain't on point to the point where you never know what type of contract this nigga signed at 12 and 13 years old. You feel what I'm saying? This nigga got this dude when he was a child. Like I was saying about the whole Lil Wayne and Birdman situation. It's deeper, you know what I'm saying, to meet the eye, you know what I mean? It's easy for folks from the outside looking in like, man, you got all that money. Birdman, pay that man $51 million, yada, yada. But like I say, he got this dude, he was 11, 12 years old. I'm pretty sure that nigga didn't read the fine print. He didn't have no attorney there. None of that. He, you know what I'm saying? So Birdman took him in, was like a father figure to him. You know what I'm saying? And like Wayne say, he saw a meal before 17. How many people in the world see $1 million before the age 17? So you got to ask yourself moving forward. Here it is, you 30-something years old. You straight for life. Your daughter straight. Your baby mama straight. Your family straight for life. Okay, you talented, true enough. But where would you be without Birdman, you know what I'm saying, scooping you up at 11, 12 years old?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And giving you that opportunity. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, we understand you made a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? But so did a lot of those other artists help get Cash Money to where it was, because BG actually helped, got the buzz going to get the deal from Universal. The first deal, the $30 million deal. Once they got the $30 million deal, Juvenile, his album went full-time platinum. So that basically secured the bag. You feel what I'm saying? So by the time, you know, Lil Wayne finally came out with his first album or whatever, Cash Money on the map. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, then they gave these niggas a new deal, a $100 million deal.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Later on. So Birdman did, you know what I'm saying, an interview recently, and well, it wasn't recently, but it resurfaced. Him and his brother Slim, they was kind of doing like they was speaking at a college with some professors, and they had it was like a business class, and they had a lot of students and out there, and they was the guest speakers, and they were just talking about business and how they run their business and everything.
It's business in general.
Exactly. So Birdman was basically saying that if I sign you as an artist, I'm taking a chance, because I don't really know if you and your music will pop.
Liability.
Exactly, but I'm putting all this money into it. So if you flop, you don't lose nothing.
Right.
the loss is on me. You feel what I'm saying? But if your shit pop off, of course I'm gonna get more than you. I put more in it than you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know, you gotta look at it from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at it from the bigger picture. Lil Wayne, I don't even know what the estimation of 51 million. I don't know where that come from.
Right.
And I don't care who it is.
In my opinion, that number just came from, okay, Birdman say he 100 million, damn nigga. I feel like I should have half of Cash Money because I made Cash Money what it is, and I got Young Money, Cash Money. So let's just run it up at an even 51 million. Since you 100 million, you wouldn't mind giving me half. Like it was a real marriage where they divorced and he won't half.
But how can he get half if Cash Money has co-CEO Birdman and his brother?
Right.
So how the hell you expect
like
you supposed to get more than 2 million? If anything, you supposed to be asking for, if it's 100 million, you supposed to be asking for a third.
Right.
33 million.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
With all the money that now, I think at this point it's unfathomable because in '99 that was when they came out with Bling Bling, right? '99 2000 was Bling Bling.
Yeah, they was on.
So that's almost 20 years.
It is.
Think about the money that Cash Money Records
they done sold
has
over 500
generated.
Over 500 million units sold.
So at $10 a piece, boom, God, that's a lot of money.
So that's at $10 that's $5 billion that they done accumulated.
Right.
$5 billion.
Oh, but right.
That's why them white folk getting them niggas deals that nobody ever heard of.
Right.
$30 million deal, $100 million deal. You feel what I'm saying? You know, but like Birdman was saying, like with this money, he got to finance the whole roster.
True.
All the artists. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? But my whole thing is, why is it Drake or Nicki Minaj complaining about money issues when they living it up? They living damn good. You
Right.
won't hear Drake complain about the money. You hear his management.
That's where it comes from.
Jay Prince, them, you know what I'm saying, trying to, tell Birdman, nah, nigga, you owed us some more money. You know what I'm saying? But Jay Prince, them niggas, some street niggas on some mob shit, they want all their money. They ain't finna let you play with them not now single bit.
Right.
And they go to every measure to get it. And even though Drake made 90 million last year, I'm pretty sure management, if it's only 10%, 90 million, well, that's 9 million at least. They still made $9 million, but they want more. And I understand that, you know what I'm saying? But that's a whole nother issue. But Drake himself, he ain't complaining about nobody, no money. But my thing is, I'm trying to figure it out. If when they came in, I just want to know what is it? Is it Cash Money, Young Money? But at the same time, really, Young Money is a subsidiary company.
Okay.
To Cash Money.
To Cash Money.
So basically, it's a company that's owned by Cash Money.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it, but the way they did it was just genius.
Right.
Like so with Birdman, was also what he was saying, and it was kind of shrewd, is about how he did his business. He was like, man, I'm the type of nigga, I can sign a contract with you today, and then the next day I got my lawyers recontracting that contract.
That contract.
You
Right.
feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And he let it be known, he said, I'm a fool with this shit here. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was saying to them students out there, explaining to them how shrewd of a businessman he is. And folks be trying to figure out, like, damn, this nigga ain't been paying me all the year. How the hell can't nobody ever sue this nigga? They be trying, but whoever got paid from this nigga for the lawsuit, they don't never get paid. Like, this nigga got the best lawyers in the world. You feel me? But it's not only the business, it's really not that, it's just that the nigga know his business so good to the point, I'm going to show you an example. When he came out with that Rich Gang album, Young Thug, Rich on the Corner, that nigga dropped that shit, executive produced, boom. Every on the song, it really was just them two niggas. But every time, on every song, you heard one thing. It was a Birdman drop and said, Rich Gang. And just that drop right there gives him a songwriter's credit. You feel what I'm saying? on each and every song.
Right.
So that counts for his publishing.
Right.
He owned the
going
publishing.
right back to what we were talking
He
to.
owned the publishing.
Listed on the credits.
He owned the publishing.
Monetization
he
is
owned
very
the publishing.
real.
All the beats, he bought the beats. So now he owned the publishing to the beats.
Right.
So now the song is too
Percentage on the song increases.
It
Right.
increases. So it's like he owned the beat.
Right,
and he got
break it down into a pie like
exactly.
He got,
he got like 75, 80% of the pie. Then he got the contract drew up that they mounted him. He making 25% of their shit.
Right.
And he the executive producer and he the CEO. You feel what I'm saying? So now when the shit go platinum, this nigga getting 85-90% of the proceeds.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
And it's just because he's smarter than all these people that he dealing with.
True.
And it just goes back to them not knowing the business. So you can't really fault nobody for knowing more than what you know. Because the game is meant to be sold, not told.
Right, that's true.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's true.
And in his perspective, he like, nigga, I'm giving y'all a platform, promotion, and notoriety and publicity for being able to be a part of this rich game shit. You know what I'm saying? And they helped their career, but he got the money. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, they was able to utilize that platform. Well, Young Thug was. Rich Homie Quan fell off because he chose to go the other route. But what I'm saying is, like, I look at the things through an unbiased lens.
Okay, right.
Because I'm an artist, but I'm also a CEO at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? So I got to look at it from both avenues. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And if a nigga don't know, it's not on me to teach him. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Not unless I just empathize and I want to teach him that. You feel what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the only person...
It's not your responsibility.
Yeah, the only person his loyalty really is to is his brother, Slim.
Okay.
And the rest of them niggas, this is a business, this is an industry, like, niggas come and go.
They come and go.
They come and go, so, you know, so it's spendable, basically. They're spendable. He just signed a new artist, dude, he got a couple dudes, but this one dude I'm trying to speak on, the nigga name was Ari the Kid.
Okay.
And he was like, man, shit, a lot of people were trying to sign me. They've been trying to sign him 2-3 years. And then he was like, Birdman was talking the best numbers. He was like, you know, I heard everybody say like, but shit, I came in with my accountants, my lawyers and everything. He was like, shit, this nigga's signed all my producers to 6-figure deals. You feel what I'm saying? And gave me some advance money, and did this, and did that. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's like, damn, how the hell this nigga able to still sign niggas? In
right.
The word on the street, he ain't paying nobody.
He ain't paying nobody.
You know what I'm saying? But when he came to them niggas, with the CR the Kid, that nigga sound like he had his shit on point. If he came in there with his attorneys, you know what I'm saying, and he made sure all his producers got 6-figure publishing deals. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's
and
like,
then
okay.
5 minutes later, Birdman go back and renegotiate the whole contract.
Oh, hell yeah. You gotta know that.
Hey.
But that's what I'm saying. So it basically what I'm saying, it just boils down to Wayne signing a record deal at the tender age of 11 years old.
Right. And we don't know how many times that's been restructured.
Yeah, exactly. But we know the initial record deal was not in Lil Wayne's favor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like Juvenile said, he said at one point he thought he was part owner of Cash Money.
Wow.
That's what he thought. But that wasn't the case.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just about, you know, for artists out there, man, you need to learn the business aspect of things. And if you don't know, you need to hire an attorney, or you gotta have a manager that really knows his shit, man.
Got to be knowledgeable.
Know how to read that small print and really just know what's going on.
In between the lines.
Yeah, you gotta know what's going on. Some people just want to sign just to be on so quick.
And then money get to talking to you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The nigga offer you, nigga put this money in your face, like, nigga, I'm finna sign you, I'm finna give you this $250,000, nigga, and his chain and his car.
And then you responsible for 5+ albums.
Exactly.
And then you got this big ass misconception that guess what?
Exactly.
I'm gonna write all this myself too. So
exactly.
you got the way of the world on your shoulders.
You don't really know what's going on.
Regardless of what you put out, let's say you come out with
you don't know what's going
one fire album with 2 hit singles on it. When you locked in for 5 albums, and now you just locked in
exactly.
and you can't produce. So that's where you get shafted out your money. But you know, definitely Wayne is
he
different from any other artist.
You're not getting paid
in that category.
You're not getting paid. Sorry. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, and I mean, I feel sorry for you because you really stuck, but it still goes back to you not really being business savvy because
at 11, 12, 13 years old, yeah, I can understand how you get.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is now that you are globally known, you a rap superstar, okay, you in the fucked up contract, you can't drop no albums and all that. Okay, cool, nigga, just work the mixtape game.
Right.
Tour off your mixtapes, drop mixtapes, tour off your mixtapes.
So okay, now with all the stuff that's going on and the logistics, you know, the legal side of what's going on between Wayne and Cash Money and him dropping Carter 5. Now, does Wayne get to go on tour and perform his old Cash Money record?
Yeah, he do, for the simple fact, it's Birdman, believe it or not, man, Wayne a disrespected man in the last couple of years so many different times. When Birdman speak of Lil Wayne, he still speak of him highly, still say how much he love him. This my son.
I understand.
Yada yada yada.
I understand that. And then,
you know what I'm saying? So there's certain things that he ain't gonna stand in the way of. Only thing he gonna stand in the way of when Wayne try to do some certain shit, like when Wayne try to drop some exclusive shit on Tidal with Jay-Z.
Okay.
Birdman sued Jay-Z and ASAP. Like, no. You feel what I'm saying? Now, but as far as him going and touring and, you know, doing the shows, yeah, perform all, he can do that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's really no excuse, but I'm still trying to figure out why you still doing clubs. Nigga, you big enough to do
arenas,
headlines, you know, you're on tour to do arenas and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
And that's what I was getting to. Now, is it some kind of stipulations in the contract that say, because Lil Wayne, let me tell you something, what's going on with Lil Wayne right now? The way that he's building back up, being featured on tracks, dropping some of his own music, being more original as an artist, but it's very uncharacteristic of Lil Wayne that we know. You know what I mean? And we know Wayne to have 15
really
featured
he ain't
tracks.
dropped no new music. All his music been featured with somebody. Even with 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne did a joint album.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was put out as a 2 Chainz album. It was called Cali Grove.
I remember.
Cali Paul, Holly Grove. Boom, Cali Grove.
Together.
Put it out. And
shout out to 2 Chainz to kind of
exactly
help this boy out.
Exactly. And Birdman didn't really, put up no big stipulations on that. He could have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. You feel what I'm saying? Like, man, go ahead. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all do that. Do what you do. They want a little tour, got a little bag, all that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, Wayne just been featured on nigga shit. He had not dropped no singles,
anything,
or none of that shit.
Well, it was said that Wayne did being part owner of Tidal or having some part of a percentage in Tidal with Jay-Z, that he dropped Free Weezy on Tidal.
I ain't never heard that. Well, Jay-Z, this is what Jay-Z's doing with Tidal, and this is how he enticing artists to join. He's like with T.I. and a couple other artists that he got in the fold. He basically like, if y'all come over here
drop music for free
and sign with Tidal, I'm gonna give y'all a small percentage of the company.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do
that's
that
smart,
for
though.
you. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
smart.
So he opened up an avenue for them because he's in a competition with these other bigger streaming sites such as Spotify, Apple Music, and so forth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And another topic that we're gonna get into.
Yeah. So shout out to Jay-Z, Tidal, Sprint. Just they bought part of Tidal for like $200 million. So now they partner together to help push it out. You know what I'm saying? So they got some shit going
probably got
on
some great backing. Right.
Horizon, and shout out to Rock Nation, because they got a lot of artists they done signed, especially DJ Khaled, who making a lot of noise. You know what I'm saying? So they getting a little bit of that money too. So Jay-Z them, they trying to be ahead of the game. You know what I mean? As far as on that tilt, but
Rock
just
Nation.
this topic won't leads me to the next topic. Which coincides with this topic,
with the owner and artist.
Yeah,
or
I did want to talk
producer
about
and
this.
owner.
Yeah, I want to talk about this. The Rocco and Future legal issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Rocco is suing Future for $10 million, and saying a breach of contract, saying that he signed Future, which he did. He discovered Future, signed him to A1. Years ago, and then from there they got the deal with Epic.
Right.
So I think it was a 6-album deal. I'm not sure. I want to say 6-album deal, and somewhere along the lines after Dirty Sprite 2, you really didn't see them around each other and shit. And
He stopped saying A1 and something.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So basically, Rocco is saying that Future cut a side deal with Epic that kind of cut him out the equation, and Rocco is saying that the initial deal was that Epic would all of the advances that Epic give Future for an album, like they give him $1 million advance to do an album.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to recoup and pay that back. Rocco was said that he's supposed to get 25% of all advances. You know what I'm saying? So they gave Future $1,250,000 supposed to win to Rocco.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which don't make a lot of sense to me, because the reason it don't make sense to me is because if they give you $1 million advance, that's to do your album.
Right.
Whatever it go take to do your album. It take a lot of money to put out a mainstream album. So if the label, the parent label, gives me $1 million to do this album, why the hell should I give you $250,000 to go ball with if this part of the album's budget? Because I gotta recoup, I gotta pay this shit back.
Right. Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? So if they give me $1 million, then I give you $250,000, but I gotta pay this back. So it's like, I only get $750,000 to make my album, but I gotta pay $1 million back.
But this something he signed to in the contract.
Okay, cool, but it just don't make sense.
I mean, it don't.
Okay, cool. So that was part of it. Then he said he also supposed to got percentages of all Future's touring,
right?
Percentages of all Future endorsements. So basically, what it sounds like, Rocco is saying that he basically saying he signed Future to a 360 deal. Because that's what consists of a 360 deal. When you get part of an artist, album sales, touring, endorsements, and damn near in and everything. You feel what I'm saying? And
that's the finder's fee right there.
Exactly. So we all know about the $10 million lawsuit, but the juicy part of it now is that Future is on tour, the Nobody's Safe tour, right now, and Rocco reached out to the judge and said, "Man, I want y'all to document all of the money, keep track of the money being made on this tour,
right?
And basically put my $10 million to the side, because
I know he telling the authorities."
He telling the judge, it's like, man, I know I'm gonna win, and when I win, I don't want these folks playing, talking about they don't know where the money is, they ain't got no money. So basically, I want you to put tips on the money, and put my money to the side.
So I'm just saying, like, so how would they go about that? Future has to report his earnings to
where? They basically want they want. That's what Rocco was want the judge to do.
Rocco trying to garnish Future's tour wages.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Into one account.
Right.
Until this shit is resolved, and when he wins, he want to be able to go straight to that account and get. He trying to secure his bag.
Right now.
So is he staying within the realms of business, or is there some sucker shit?
Oh man, that's the question of the day. Hey man, if y'all tuning in right now to Fade the Black Hip Hop Podcast, y'all need to go into that comment box and go into that, and definitely like and subscribe. All right,
but yeah, man, yeah. So That thing deep, man. I got my opinions on each and everything concerning this topic, man. But I want to hear what my partner Joe Fade got to say, man. I need me some juice from my phone right now. The battery going dead. But yeah, this thing here is real interesting. I've been wanting to talk about this topic for a while. Finally, it was relevant enough with today's episode as we talking about the business side of things.
True. Now, with Future and Rocco, very interesting topic. And I did not know that when Future first came out, that it was Rocco that founded him. It was Rocco that was same damn time, with Future featured on that track, which was
that was Future song that same damn time. But Rocco did sign him.
Sign him
and LBG Epic.
Okay, and he was on the label then. Now, okay,
they got several songs together.
They got several songs together, and Future was basically featured on a couple of tracks, and that was the blessing behind, the beauty behind signing Future, because he was that hook maker, that guy that helped. Rocco was still doing albums. He didn't need to, being CEO, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now, but that being said, Future, I don't know if he didn't read the fine print or he just bugging, he thugging on Rocco. You know what I mean? Cause that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
Like by now we all know that Rocco founded Future.
Yep. And
Future owes him something. You know what I mean? And that's just, what I'm saying, we know that. That's elementary. And like you said, part of that 360 deal, we don't know how Rocco had the logistics behind the contract and all that. But I definitely do think that, okay, for Rocco to get some of Future tour money,
endorsement
money,
25% of the advance money,
right, back, I mean, I kind of see, $10 million, I kind of see what's going on. Maybe Future just kind of holding on just for the sake of, I'm not just going to let you get it that easy. Or I'm not just gonna fork over $10 million.
Where is the breach of contract though? The reason I asked that is because if you
in this situation define breach of contract, what would it be?
Basically, what Rocco was saying, a breach of contract when you break the contract. So basically, what Rocco is saying, he's saying that he discovered Future. We agree.
Right.
They signed this contract.
Right.
We agree to that. Okay. Now, my knowledge of Future and Rocco, the first album was, they said it was 6 album deal. The first album was Pluto. Then they did a Pluto 2.0. I don't know if that counts as an album, so I'm not going to count it. So we'll say Pluto. Then we did Honest. Then he did Dirty Sprite 2.
Okay.
Then he did an album with Drake, What a Time to Be Alive.
Right.
But that was through Apple Music, and I don't know if that one shit got rocky.
Right.
I don't know if Rocco was in on that one, so we gonna keep that at 3 still. Then he did.
You got Monster.
Now all of them mixtapes.
Oh, okay.
Then
okay.
he did another album with Apple Music. He did Evolve.
Right.
I don't know if Rocco was in on that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just naming the ones I know for sure. Say A1, FBG, Epic. Okay, so we still on. So we DS2 still right there. Okay, so then he dropped. He just dropped 2 albums, Future and Hendrix. You know what I'm saying? We know for sure. I know for sure they got A1, FBG, Epic on there, right? And those are his 2 most recent albums. And the crazy thing about it, the lawsuit came before those albums came. So you got a $10 million lawsuit. And I want to bring this up because I have never seen the CEO sue the artist. I've never seen an artist sue the CEO, but I never really seen a CEO sue an artist. So basically, what it seemed like to me, this is what it seemed like to me. It seems like, at the time, L.A. Reid was the CEO, president of Epic.
Right.
So it seems to me that it was some miscommunication between L.A. Reid and Rocco. Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to those advances, it's not the artist's responsibility to pay you part of the advance. If this in the contract, then if LA
artist
Reid
get this check last.
exactly,
Right.
it's LA Reid's responsibility to pay you your percentage of the advance, and then pay Future his percentage of the advance. But now that we speak on advances, Yo Gotti also signed to Epic upon the LA Reid. He said his album, he was like, man, he said one time, he was like, yeah, it was at the time LA Reid told us, you know what I'm saying, they couldn't advances and shit, you know what I'm saying. Then I came with my biggest song of my career when he dropped Down in the Deal. Okay, cool. Now we all know there was a time where, you know, folk, they was cutting advances, and then Future speak on one of his songs. He was like, you can even ask LA, I don't go to work off budgets. So basically, a nigga like Future, to be honest, he don't need no fucking budget, because he get all his beats for free. Future get everything for free. He don't need no budget. So when LA Reid tell him we couldn't budget, it don't bother Future. He got his engineer right there, DJ Esco. His engineer and his tour DJ all in one.
Right.
He get all his beats for free. Metro Boomin, Southside, all these niggas free band. You feel what I'm saying? They part of his crew, so he don't need no budget. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to shoot some videos, but that's when Epic pay for the video. You feel what I'm saying? So I think it was a miscommunication with Rocco and LA Reid for with the budget thing. You feel what I'm saying? So because you can't ask the artist, hey man, what my 25% of the budget? You feel what I'm saying? Okay, cool. So now you telling me Future just got a deal with Reebok, Dior, and a couple more endorsements. So now you telling me that you want a part of this man swag. So basically you got a deal off being fly.
Right.
So you want a percentage of that. Okay. If it's in the contract, then it's in the contract. You saying it is? I'm assuming it is.
Right.
So basically, you say you signed a nigga to a 360. So, okay, I think he got an issue right there. You know, he got something going right there. Good. He's saying the breach of contract came when he's saying Future cut a side deal with Epic. So he said the breach of contract came, said he cut a side deal with Epic.
Okay.
I don't know about no side deal. You know what I'm saying? And if they did a side deal, how would he know? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
If the albums coming out still say A1, FBG, Epic.
Right.
Your name is the first one, A1, that's Rocco's label. So when the albums, you know what I'm saying? So when the albums come out, they do their normals, they go gold or whatever it do, I'm pretty sure you get some money, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's still promoting it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm kind of confused about. How can you sue somebody when you still getting money off the albums coming out? You know what I mean? So basically, Future saying the niggas that mad because nobody ain't fucking with him no more. He just feel like left out, left behind. But really, he shouldn't be if you still, signed in. So basically, any side deals I see would probably be the side deals with Apple, because he dropped the What a Time to Be Alive, him and Drake. But that was the Drake had a deal with Apple. You know what I'm saying?
So that made
he let Future hop in the car with him.
Right.
Then he Future did a deal with Apple for the Evolve album. You know what I'm saying? And and it was just a straight streaming album, so I don't really know how that went. You feel what I'm saying? So, but he not suing. He not. It's not about the Apple situation. So he dead on that. You feel what I'm saying? So the deal, side deal with Epic, I don't really see it. I don't really see that. So if he did sign him through a 360 deal, which it sounds like, the only thing that he got gripes about is the endorsements and these tours, because this nigga been going on some big tours. That goddamn summer 16 tour him and Drake did, that shit grossed $84 million. It's the highest grossing hip hop tour to this date ever. You feel what I'm saying? So if he did sign him to a 360 deal, yeah, he looking for some more money. But what I personally think in my heart of hearts is that Future is getting to the end of the deal.
Right.
Matter of fact, I think Hendrix was the last album of the deal.
Yeah, he old Rocco.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why he went on drop 2, just get the nigga on out the way. And I think Buddy being kind of greedy, like, man, fuck this shit. I know it's over. The nigga already ain't fucking with me.
Let's see what I can get.
You know, so I gotta try to.
And I feel like he probably feel like alone. You know,
yeah.
On, you know, back on
Yeah,
down
nigga
the
owe me
road.
some more money.
Yeah.
But so that comes in with the greed element, because we're going back to what you just spoke about the songs for Rocco that Future wrote.
Right.
Some of Rocco's biggest songs Future wrote. You know what I'm saying, with them hooks and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he not looking at that. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it gets. Like when it come down to that money, man, niggas be so selfish. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, that man that made you more money than you done made yourself rapping. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, you done made millions off the dude. You know what I'm saying? It just comes to a point where like the contract up, dog. You know what I'm saying? But the greed in men, niggas want more, especially if you got some paperwork. You feel what I'm saying? And it sounds like he got him in a 360 deal, and he owed some more money. You know what I'm saying? From these different endorsements and these tours. You feel what I'm saying? And I think maybe Future was like, man, this nigga got me in a 360 deal. When he finally realized what's going on, like, man, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because Future called a nigga a con artist and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, and it seems like Rocco is very confident. That's why he telling the judge to do this and do that, because he confident, because he know what the contract say. You feel what I'm saying? So if he signed him to the 360 deal, he is owed some money. You know what I'm saying? And but I think it's gonna be kind of hard to get it, because Epic, you know, that's their biggest breadwinner Future, and they tied into this lawsuit, and they go try to prolong it and push it and subdue it. Then L.A. Reid ain't there no more, so they got like,
niggas jumping up his own.
Exactly. I'm like, man, it was on L.A. Reid. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? So they gonna take him around the world and back, you know, through all kind of justification. Yeah, all kind of litigations and shit before he basically end up having to settle. You know what I'm saying? So that's probably why he went so high for $10 million. You know what I mean? Because what he said in himself, he said, man, this shit could have been resolved long time ago if Future just called me, and it still can be resolved. So I think Rocco is willing
trying to reach out.
Yeah, I think he willing to negotiate with
Future. Probably feel disrespected sometimes.
He do. Future don't want to talk. Future ain't standing. Future like, man, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So,
he's trying to summon yo.
Yeah, I think it's gonna boil down to a settlement. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think Future I do think Future owed the nigga some money.
He probably owe him something.
I think he owed some money. To do what it sound like. I don't. You know, the $10 million. I think Rocco just throw that shit out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if I had to settle, goddamn, I can get leaked.
With the way he and without due respect to Rocco, the way Future going, I mean, you know, to us it looks so easy, but with the way Future going right now, what he got going on, it seems like we be like, okay, Future, just give him $10 million. You know, flick so hard on Russell Wilson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, $10 million is $10 million.
$10 million is still $10 million.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It don't matter if you got $100 million,
but $10 million is $10 million.
Right. So you know, I guess they'll try to reach some kind of settlement, because you know what we do. We shoot high when we try to reach a deal, and end up with something.
That's why I think they gonna settle probably $2-3 million. You know what I'm saying? And after
just to go ahead and
get it over with. And I think Future, he came out and said, he like, yeah, man, you know, we go on. Cause folks like, did you drop the album back to back to get, you know, Rocco? It's like, man, hell no, man, fuck that. He like, well, we gonna get that shit situated. We gonna get it handled. Right. And I think they will, and I think they need to. And so, you know, because that relationship is dead, you know what I'm saying? So they need to just go on, pay Buddy the rest of his little money, and just, you know, move forward. But they just go to show artists, you know what I'm saying, if you sign a deal in the beginning and then a new opportunity comes about, you need to let these new people know about your previous deal, so that they can negotiate with the other people to try to buy out that deal.
Right.
So you won't have these
It's supposed to go to the manager. You know,
exactly.
Deal directly with the artist, and I think that's that other part of the misconception with signing to labels, and you got more than one hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The cookie jar. You know what I mean? But moving right along, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to Fade to Blacc Hip Hop Podcast, man. Moving right along, Thug. That's it. His engineer kind of gave us a little snippet, a little sample of what's going on. Now he got a title called EBBTG. Just for a minute, just think about it for a minute. Leave your comments on what you think that really means. And Sport, what you think?
Yeah, Easy Breezy Beautiful Thugger Girl. That's the name of the album. It's supposed to drop this Friday, the same day as 2 Chainz' album is gonna drop because he's doing Def Jam.
Right.
When Young Thug and 300, man, you don't never know about the release. You know. Well, now that they got an official cover art design for it, maybe it will drop on the 16th, like they said it will. So hopefully it will. They say it's a singing album. It's supposedly supposed to be executive produced by Drake.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's the case, then
and I heard they had a country song on there.
The first snippet, it was like a country song. I mean, shout out to Thug for just pushing the creative boundaries,
right.
You know what I'm saying, of hip hop and of music, and it's as an artist, you know what I'm saying. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Title is kind of suspect as hell, but this Young Thug, so you know it kind of makes sense. Previously, all his other projects haven't really did so well with first week sales and projections, and you know that could be a combination of things. But this is, you know, supposed to be an official release, and I'm just thinking with this one, it's been a little better of a layout, you know what I'm saying, of the presentation of the album. So I think he should do better than previous albums that came out. I'm gonna project him to do anywhere from 60 to 80,000 first week.
Oh, okay.
Little
spoiler alert. On the track list of Easy Breezy Beautiful Thugger Girls, we got Snoop Dogg, Lil Durk. He got a song, his Daddy's Birthday featuring Future on there, and Jaquez, just to name a few on the track list. And you know, everybody know Thug does great. He 100 when it comes to featuring on other people's track, and I think he do a good job of getting features too. Yeah. And I think this would be a good one for him. And you know, Thug is the master of deception, so you never know which way Thug coming. But like I said before in another podcast, his work ethic kind of speaks for itself.
Yeah, he make good music.
He make very good music, very good music. Make sure y'all tune in, and that's part of the hip hop news. Some of the new hit singles and albums is coming out today, man. Make sure y'all check out that Thug and give him a listen and give him a chance.
Yeah, tell us what y'all think about it, man.
Make sure you leave some comments and definitely like what we got going on. Now, sliding right next to sliding right into this next topic, Irv Gotti.
Yeah, Irv Gotti, man. For those that don't know, he's the CEO of Murder Inc.
Murder Inc.
A record label that was, you know, highly successful, you know, back in the day, early 2000 with Ja Rule and Ashanti, you know, and they went, you know, they were beefing with 50 Cent. He kind of ended Ja Rule's career, which ultimately ended, you know, the whole Murder Inc. thing. Then they had a lot of, the feds was, you know, Edelman shit. So, but now they back, you know, they back. They got a,
he just announced a deal with 300 Entertainment.
They got a deal with 300 NT. They got some new artists and shit, man. Me personally, this my whole thing. I'm hoping that the artists that they got, I'm not familiar with none of the artists. I'm hoping that they already got some kind of buzz and fan base going with the social media already. Because if so, then it would be easier to make that transition.
Right. Now, being signed to 300 Entertainment for Irv Gotti and the new Murder Inc., that's what it's going to be called. Basically, it has its perks. Because he has artists like, 300 Entertainment is home to Fetty Wap, T Grizzly, Young Thug, and he's saying it's reported that he just signed Boogie Bird, and a duo group called Fitted Code. No, Fitted Circle. I'm sorry, Fitted Circle. These artists out of DC and St. Louis.
Yeah, like I say though, man. I mean, 300. You know, they got some artists over there, but it's all about the artists on Murder Inc. If them artists that you just named from DC and St. Louis, they don't already got no buzz going for themselves. Irv got is in for a rude awakening because the industry is a lot different now than it was then. It's hard to break a brand new artist into the mainstream if they don't already got a buzz going. At least a big following on SoundCloud to the point where they songs getting at least 50 to 100,000 plays. You know what I'm saying? They brand new artists. That shit ain't gonna work. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna work. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to research the artists and kind of just check their social media, see how many followers they got, check their YouTube, see how many views they getting, check their SoundCloud, you know, things of this nature, and just see, you know what I'm saying, what kind of buzz they already got. Because if they got no buzz at all, it's gonna be damn near impossible breaking in, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying, like Irv
and that cloud will kind of still linger.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's like man, it's gonna be hard. Right now, like 50 Cent already going back at his ass, and that nigga won't let up off the beat. 20 years later, he's still in that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, and man, you know they stopped them boys from eating. I mean, 50 really kind of. Yeah, he shut Ja Rule down, and ultimately that led to Murder Inc. being shut down. You know, they had some legal trouble. Ja Rule went to jail. Earl Gotti went to jail. Of course, Shanti started making rims and Shanti was still doing her thing. And but you know, to piggyback off of that, as far as like top hottest hip hop labels, new labels of today.
New labels, man. I'm gonna give a shout out to DJ Drummer and Don Cannon. They got a label called Generation Now. They got Lil Uzi Vert signed. They got He Hot. Then they got one of the youngest, hottest, new up and coming artists, Playboy Cardi. He got a song called Magnolia. It's going crazy. They got both of those artists signed to them. So salute to Generation Now. They got Now. And other than that, I don't know, man. It's a few labels out there doing their thing. Shout out to QC, Migo. They got Yachty, a couple other artists. You know, QC, they doing their thing. Who else? It's a few other labels making noise. I can't think of.
Right. But you know, the landscape of hip hop is changing. So therefore, the record labels are also changing.
Yeah, you gotta
be
diverse.
I mean? Because you got record labels like Def Jam, Atlanta Records, Interscope. They are losing kind of, control over their artists to the point of where they just, their artists are trying to do other things to kind of generate funds, and you got artists like Logic, Azealia Banks, and 50 Cent that kind of opted out of their record deals with these labels to kind of go more independent.
Yeah. I mean, because like you say, man, the artists they're more mindful and business savvy of what's really going on and realizing that social media does so much for them. If you already got a fan base and a buzz, like you can promote and market straight to your audience. Sure. You know what I'm saying? Then you can use the streaming platform to generate that revenue. You know what I'm saying? And the monetization to generate that revenue, and then you can just tour and get your bag. Right. So you don't really need the labels to do a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? Not unless you just a brand new artist, you know what I'm saying, right off the bat, you just need some backing, some financial backing. But once you got your bag up yourself, it's best to be independent, man. So most of the veteran artists that's been around, in the game, they choosing the independent route.
Okay, right.
But other than that, man, that pretty much sums up
episode 4.
Episode number 4, man. Make sure y'all subscribe and like the video, man, and leave some comments, you know what I'm saying, on whatever topic, you know what I'm saying, that y'all want to comment on. We had several topics, you know what I mean? Just give us some feedback, man.
Once again, subscribers, I need you to go subscribe right now to Fade to Black Hip Hop Podcast.
Right.
And that's us for tonight, episode 4. Just lock it down.
Salute.